Hello everybody, Marcos Cabrera here for another free Diatonic Harmonica lesson about learning your pentatonic scales in all 12 keys. Have you ever thought of that? To learn your pentatonic scales in all 12 keys using only one harmonica? Well, this is possible because there is also a free ebook for you to understand them and learn how to apply it according to the techniques you need to use to get all the notes from all these scales. I'm going to put the download link here for you to get it and start it. And let's get started. What is a pentatonic scale? A pentatonic scale is simply a 5-note scale, not like your typical C major scale, 7-note type of a scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. This scale is only 5 notes. C, D, E, G, A, C. This specifically that I just played is a C major pentatonic scale. Also can be named as A minor pentatonic scale because all these scales has a relative minor or a relative major depending where you are. And in my book today, in this lesson too, I want to name them as being minor pentatonic scales, okay? So what is this book about? It explains you some theory you need to know to understand how to build this scale in all 12 keys. And the first chapter is about the harmonica maps. The harmonica maps are simply diagrams that will help you learn them faster, show you where the blow and raw notes that you need to play are, and also the bend notes where there is a half step bend or a whole step bend, or also your overbend notes, whether it is a overblow or an overdraw. And I divide them in groups because of the amounts of techniques you need to get to be able to know each one of them and play them accurately. The first group is about the 3 scales that use no overbends at all, like A minor pentatonic that I just played, starting on A, D minor pentatonic scale or your third position, D, F, G, A, C, D, D. Or E minor. E, G, A, B, D, E. So these 3 scales, you don't need to do any of the overbend notes, whether it's overblow or overdraw, to be able to play them from the bottom of the harmonica to the top, from the lowest note to the highest note of your harmonica. So I think these three scales should be the first that you need to master, and then you can continue with the second group, which is about two scales that has the presence of the first overblow note, only one overblow note, to be able to get them from the lowest note of your instrument to the highest note. As I already said, these two scales are going to be G minor pentatonic scale, and B minor pentatonic scale. It is B, D, E, F sharp, 5-hole overblow, A, B. This is the second group, these two scales. Then the third group is going to be about scales, pentatonic scales that has the presence of two overbend notes, so you can play them. And these scales are going to be the first position, C, harmonica in the key of C, scale in the key of C, C minor pentatonic scale, which has C, E flat, F, G, B flat, C. So these flat notes are both overblow notes. 4-hole overblow and 6-hole overblow for the B flat. And the other scale that is going to be in this group, where you need more than one overbend note to get them accurately, is going to be F sharp. F sharp minor pentatonic, which is F sharp, A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp. And then there is another group for scales that have the presence of three or more overbend notes, so you are able to play them, like C sharp minor pentatonic scale, here you, in the first octave, you only need to play two overbend, which is the 5th overblow and the 7th overblow. But in the other octave, you need to play your 9th overdraw to be able to get the C sharp or A flat. So take a look. Nine overdraw. And then the other scales are going to have the presence of more than 3 overband notes. These ones are harder. You need to practice more a lot of time players feel like not making sense of learning these scales that are so difficult when you can change the harmonica or use a chromatic